Okay, hold on. Are you mute? Okay. Hello and welcome to What's Trending, streaming exclusively on PSN, where all things are considered.
It's Money Making Monday. Like, share, comment, and share your thoughts on the comment section with us right here, and it's going to be read on the show.
Yes, it is. So guess what? We would be having, comments here. You can tell us what's trending on your part. And guess what? We'll be taking it live right here. So Sam, what's trending on your end this morning? But before you start sharing with us what's trending on your end, I don't know if you've seen the video of Uche Obodo crying for help. I love the way you just described that. But honestly, she looks like not that she looks. She sounds like she's in serious pain. She's even calling for the doctor and all of that. My take on this whole BBL thing is this: is it worth it?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's worth it.
I feel that's coming from a man's angle.
No, not from a man's angle. One,
okay,
the business that you do, does it need BBL?
Okay. I'm going to say a big no to that.
No, because one, if you're a model, you sell something, you will need to have a nice shape.
But as a model, you don't even need the big behind.
Yeah, but in this industry in Nigeria right now, you need a BBL because that was sells. If you're an actress again, you might also need a BBL because almost all the actresses that we see in Nollywood right now, if you don't have a big BBL, nobody's calling you.
But that does not tell your acting skills.
It sells the movie. We're going to the
Stephanie, you saw that Stephanie, running across or running or something.
It was awful. It was awful. I have to use the word. It was awful because the whole thing is to bring out the beauty in that you have, and not to make you look. I don't want to use some certain words, so I don't hurt some feeling. And when it comes to Africa, you have to understand the fact that when it comes to the countries that engage in BBL the most, you'll be surprised that Nigeria is number 2. Then the first country is South Africa. Now I'm asking South Africans.
But I thought South Africans were not.
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking South Africans now. What are you doing BBL for? Because we know you. When you see a Nigerian say he's going to Cape Town, he's going to Joburg, we know what you're going to do there.
Really?
So
whenever you're telling me you're going to...
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying them. I'm not saying me. I'm saying them.
But honestly,
the
pain,
the
likely mishaps that might happen, that might go wrong. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Risking your life? Is it worth risking your life? Uche is not a young actress. I mean, she's been in the game for a while. She has had hits, movies that were hits without the BBL. Does she really think a BBL will make her have more hits? Take example, Genevieve Onaji.
Perfect example.
I mean, Genevieve is natural.
Very beautiful.
I know some people is going to say she uses makeup. I'm not talking about makeup. I'm talking about body enhancement.
Yeah, she is.
Genevieve is natural, and yet she's still one of the top 5 without the BBL.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? Is it worth risking your life? BBL has a 98% success surgery across the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is one of the cosmetic surgeries that you could lose your life.
Very true.
Compared to a nose job,
We've seen so many people. And I know the Kardashian. I think Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
She also had to go remove hers because it obstructed her from getting pregnant.
Apart from apart from her, if you this her brother's ex-wife.
Okay, Blac Chyna.
Blac Chyna recently removed everything. You know, she removed everything.
Wow.
And went natural. A lot of people will not share with you
the pains,
the bad side of having this surgery. But the fact remains that, are these surgery worth it? Is this something? Because the truth is, if these people that the young ones, the Gen Zs look up to, are doing these surgeries, it's likely to influence them, to make them feel, oh, that means when I get there, I need to do a surgery. I need to.
It's already influencing them, because if you look at the current JAMB score, it tells a whole lot about the society we are in now. And secondly, we have to look at the fact that self-confidence is lacking in so many people. Self-confidence. Some people feel that, Sister A has a good BBL, and I am just looking so flat. I remember a Big Brother Nigerian star, reality star, I think Mercy AK, when she, without the BBL, Mercy was at the mercy of some. Let's leave it that way. Now, some people, because of lack of self-confidence, they want to boost their confidence. They have to go through that risk, go under the knife to get that confidence back.
Where is that? How can you just be born and you just feel that I don't have confidence and a BBL is going to give me confidence?
I think mentality is key.
Job is going to give me
the mentality that you have, based on the facts of your profession and how enlightened you are, your confidence is like this. There are a whole lot of people that don't have that confidence. They are shy when it comes to the public. They can't express themselves.
BBL, she was an actress. It takes a lot of confidence to be an actress, to go in front of the camera and do so much.
True.
That confidence was there. So at what point do they lose their confidence?
The point when the industry switches from professionalism to mediocrity. That's what we are right now. If you go to the Nollywood industry, because of there's YouTube, everybody can shoot a movie now.
Yes.
Because you can have camera, anybody can shoot a movie now. But where we are right now is, if we don't bring back professionalism, we will keep getting all of this. And remember, like I said earlier, when it comes to the top 2 countries or top 3 countries, you're saying Nigeria, you're South Africa, Nigeria. And now, most of the South Africans, it will shock you, come to Nigeria to do their BBL. Really? And when it comes to the West African demography, you see people from Ghana, you see people from Congo, you see people from Côte d'Ivoire, you see all sort of people flock into Nigeria for BBL. And now when you have all of this, there is the possibility that quacks might begin to come into play. Sure. Now that is where we need to call the government to come in, regulate this sector. If not, we're going to have, you'll be working on beggar, you're going from beggar to area 1, the next will be in po. Because you might be working, and remember the sun in Abuja is crazy. So if you are, if you are going fake,
I believe that if you can afford that country, you should be able to afford it.
No, in Abuja today, let's be factual. In Abuja today, there's so many people that have BBL and they're using Along. If you enter Along with BBL, there are some cars that they are nails. You just be in the car, you hear pow, son. So it's crazy.
I hope it doesn't get to that. Actually, I honestly hope
not like it doesn't get to that. That's where we are right now.
But for health-wise, safety, I really think we need to turn it,
a little bit down.
Turn it down a bit.
I think sensitization needs to be done.
Surprisingly, okay, except for those. I mean, you're saying some ladies that are using Along. They're doing this stuff. And I mean, what you're just trying to say there is that even the normal girl that is not on screen is going for it, right?
Yeah.
She's not a screen diva.
Yeah.
Yet she enhance her body.
Yeah.
What reason will I give to such a lady? Probably she wants to
peer pressure.
Yeah. She feels that she could get more male attention.
Everybody's gonna say hi to you. Because when you go to a club right now in Abuja, you don't have BBL.
Kind of men keep saying, okay, let me ask you as a man now.
Yeah.
As a man now, do you guys prefer, I know you're not speaking for all men, but do you guys prefer that body? Especially when guys see someone like Nicki Minaj.
Oh boy.
But you do know it's BBL.
Yeah, we know it's BBL. We got them know it's BBL.
So you guys are the one encouraging these young girls, not even the stars.
It's just for short time fun. It's just for short-term fun. Because yeah, you have BBL. Can you teach my kids how to be kids? Can you be homely at home? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you go to clubs in Abuja,
I hope they're hearing that.
If you go to clubs in Abuja today, you go to restaurants in Abuja, everywhere you're going, everybody's having big stuff behind. And I'm wondering what is happening. And we keep complaining that the economy is declining, but the bomb is going up big. You understand what I'm saying? And secondly, now because some people cannot afford the BBL, what is trending in Abuja right now? If you go to Wuse Market, I want you to take a trip to Wuse Market. Okay. You will see where they're selling. You will see size 46, size 10, size 12. That means not BBL. Now clothes that they wear that has, that's to show you how these ladies' confidence have dropped so much. I can wear Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and for 2 weeks. It's that crazy. That's what I'm at right now. And the men don't care. At the end of the day, you will see the man go with date Nicki Minaj, and at the end of the day, he will settle down with Chioma Akpota.
That's the kudos to you, actually. Maybe Chioma Akpota there, that's the kudos to you. So, you know, the general message is, let's tune it down a bit. Is it worth it? Before you go for it, is it worth it? I mean, is it going to enhance your life? Sam cited an example of Khloe Kardashian, that it was actually, you know, stopping her from getting pregnant. So just know that there's always a side effect to any of this surgery, any cosmetic surgery that you're doing. There is a side effect to it. Sam?
The only cosmetic surgery I want to do right now is on my bank account. Any other one is a counterfeit.
I'm with you.
If it's a hospital that you go and I just pay like 5K, and you
so scared of being caught, and you know, wow. I just have to give it to them that the women or ladies that go for this, I mean, they're really strong.
It's
I was reading surgery at all is a surgery.
Yeah, I was looking at a video online that trended a couple of days ago. If you go on Twitter, you will see, you go to an American hospital, the lobby of BBL hospital. After the surgery, these ladies can't even sit for like months. They can't sit for like weeks. They have to be standing somewhere.
You know,
because the pains.
When you want to sleep,
you have to sleep a certain way.
Vigil. You see, I said, please call the doctor.
Yeah,
you know, oh, she's crying. Call the doctor. That is pain beyond pain. That's pain beyond pain. I mean, childbirth is enough. I don't think I need.
What if you do BBL and your heart got broken again? What pain do you call that one? Pain Pro Max. You know what I'm saying? Pain Pro Max. BBL pain. Heartbreak pain. Pain Pro Max.
BBL could not keep your man. Okay, so another thing trending, you know, is 78 out of 150 girls trafficked to Côte d'Ivoire. Before I end that, let me say this before I forget it. What hurts me the most? No offense to Côte d'Ivoire. What I mean, traffic to Côte d'Ivoire. I mean, what do you want to go to Côte d'Ivoire?
What are you going to do?
Nigeria not better than Côte d'Ivoire. Okay, I'm not starting.
Economically, you might say Nigeria is a bit, but
Morocco. You know. You're going to come to run to do what? Anyway, a big ups to Airpeace for bringing our girls back. 78 of them. We hope that the rest of the girls will be returned back soon. But what I have to say about this is that Very Dark Man, you know, brought this out weeks ago, and you know, in the process, got arrested and all of that, and yet the Nigerian government did not make any move until Airpeace back. We have NIDCOM, we have NAPTIP, you know, and when I do know that, you know, Very Dark Man has a way of
passing his own message.
You know,
very unruly.
Yes, but at the same time, he has brought this to the forefront. I was expecting that, you know, the Nigerian government would jump on this. Apart from that, how did Very Dark Man get to know about this and the Nigerian government did not know?
someone sent I watched the video where he was talking about it.
Okay.
Someone sent a DM to him.
Okay.
And forwarded all the names plus a documentation of all the girls.
And now this is a single person that did this.
Yeah, the single person because it was easy. Now when you want to go through the government process,
okay,
you go from office A 1 week. You go to office B 3 weeks. It's an emergency, but you have to go through this process so that proper documentation can be done and the girls can be brought back to Nigeria.
In that process of doing proper documentation,
2 years.
Girl,
I'm just saying. No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that it might be 3 months, 4 months. Then you know they are going through so much ordeal.
So does this work? I mean, the Nigerian government should. So how come Airpeace was able to just get these girls and bring them?
Because it was private. It was private. In the private sector, things are done quickly, snappy, and all of that. But when it comes to the government sector or the public sector, there's a whole lot of bureaucracy, there's a whole lot of bottleneck, there's a whole lot of red line that needs to be cut before you get something done. You have to go from office A. Then when you go from office A, they'll say, bring the file. Then you go and meet one woman that's a bit old. She's going to take time and time and time before you get to that point.
We go and meet one old man.
Okay, old man. Okay, yeah, old man. And old man and shoes. Let's not go there. But now, let's look at the beginning. Let's go back to the history of slavery, sex slavery in Nigeria. Okay. Now, the first encounter we had was in 1920. Wow. You know, when we had economic decline, and now when we had economic decline in 1920, we had to result into trading our children to get food. It was as trade by barter. We started before you know slavery now crept in. Before you know, it was now full-scale commercial business. Secondly, our economy also tells a story about what we are facing right now. As of 2015, over 21,000 Nigerians were taken out of Nigeria to Italy.
Wow.
Over 181,000 as of 2016 was shipped out of Africa, and Nigeria amounted for 21% of immigrants to Italy. Why? Because of the declining economic status of Nigeria. That aside. Secondly, is what the porous nature of our border. We can easily catch someone that's carrying rice. We can easily catch someone that's carrying cement or all of I don't want to mention all cars. But when it comes to human,
we don't. We can't.
It is surprising that we say we're about 180 million, 200 million, but 15 million Nigerians are out of Nigeria because they can't get what they want in Nigeria. That goes to the government.
That goes to the government.
Yeah. Why do we have so many of our people outside? When we have like if you go to
and more still, you know.
You say more? Go to American Embassy this morning. go to people looking for Schengen visa. You will see what's happening there. You know, but what on the bright side, if you go to America right now, the most educated immigrants are Nigerians.
Wow.
When Harvard University gave out about 21 first class degree certificates a couple of months ago. 18 were Nigerians. A Nigerian has developed a chip right now that is the smallest chip in the world, and is an immigrant in America. All of these. We won't get to where 78 is going to Cote d'Ivoire. Before you hear that someone is going to Cape Verde to go and do what they.
Hustle.
Government, please wake up.
Hustle. He's going there to hustle. But honestly, the government needs to wake up if our girls are being trafficked. Yeah. These are just the ones that we know about. Yeah. What about those silent voices that we did not get to know? Those that died on their way there, those that have lost their lives while there. And that's not the only country that our girls are being trafficked to. You know, Libya.
Libya is a very serious case because from Libya you can go to Morocco, to Spain. And now I have a friend that was rescued from Libya back to Nigeria. When he explained his ordeal,
I have a friend who went through
that. Now I was more curious about how the ladies were treated. How the ladies were treated. He said they might come in and just pick you and lie you down, and someone is just going on you. Why? Nigerians are being treated like animals in those slave camps. And now you have to cross a boat. Now, imagine the risk of going. Let's just leave it there.
Because we can't blame the government for everything.
No.
Our mentality, we need to change our mentality as Nigerians.
True. Very true.
That work you want to go and put in over there, why don't you put it in here and make something of yourself? Look at most of these people that are trafficked. I mean, if you watch that video of those 78 girls, they are so young.
Very young.
Those are very, very young girls. And yesterday we might use the word trafficked. But excuse me.
I know where you're going to.
Excuse me. What did they say to you? That you followed this person across the border? Because if you were kicking and screaming, excuse me, one person, someone would have asked. I mean, why are you going to? Why are you taking her to? Who is she? Who are you? Why are you, dragging her across the border, kicking and screaming? Yeah. So definitely some promises were made. Let's go to Côte d'Ivoire. You have better work there. You have better earnings there, and all of that. And then they go there. Unfortunately, when they get there, they find out that it's a different ball game. Most girls are taken there. They turn them to slaves. True. I know about all of these Eastern countries. I remember when some were brought back from Libya, and a girl was narrating her story. I think I was one of the journalists that went to the airport to interview them. And she was narrating her story. She said she was living in the dog house. And I asked her, when you were going to this country, what was promised to you? She said they promised her and some of her friends, her peers, that they were going to get better jobs. They're going to be nannies, but she said better. Yeah. The truth is that what you don't know. I mean, there's the language barrier there. True. You have no support system whatsoever. So before you jump on that gun, before you listen to that man or that woman that comes to you and say there's a better way of living out there, think about these things. Language barrier, no support system. Who do I go to if anything goes wrong? Go south. And I want to give a perfect example. Yes. A couple of days ago, Senator Godswill Akpabio was bragging about what he did in Akwa State at the National Assembly during plenary. Now let's go back to before Akpabio became the governor. Okay. Akwa Ibom was known for breeding housemates and house girl. That's very true. You will hear, Akpan, come here. My name is Akpan and I use Akpan. That's my younger thing. So you use all our family names. That's cool. Yeah. Now, he brought out a policy. If I see your kid on the streets, I'll get the kid to take me to where you are and you get arrested. Good. Free education. In the university, there are small welfare packages to aid you to study really well. And before you know, in less than 4 or 5 years, you can turn around. We no longer go to Lagos State. We no longer go to River State to do all of that we're doing because now we can earn in our own space. Yes. Now we have identified again, there are some states that this sex slavery, this trafficking is really high. Number 1 is Edo State. Number 2, Kogi. Number 3, Bauchi. Number 4, Borno. Why? And if you look at all the states that I've mentioned, they have borders with neighboring countries. Cross River State needs to be highlighted again. Cross River State needs to be highlighted because a whole lot of people are using that route to Cameroon. From Cameroon, you're going to Malabo, you're going to Guinea, you're going to so many places. From Edo State, you just bust into a Team Road. Before you know, Benin, all of that. Now you're asking, why is the country that we are going to, they are not even doing proper checks? It is because it is a chain of commercial trade. Not just Nigerians are into it. Even the Benin's are there. Even the guy from Nigeria. Just one person. Different people, different angles. Thank you. Yeah. They're making money from this. It's a business. They wouldn't want to stop it. Yeah. So we really, I mean, this really. Imagine being in the desert for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Some people feed on their pee. Oh my God. Some people will, if you go to the desert, I've watched a video. If you go to the desert, going to that Morocco desert, you will see skeletons of people that have decomposed already. Well, I remember there was this girl that was rescued, and it was a man, and they asked him, would he do it again? He said yes. So that mentality, that's what we need to work on. If you're ready to risk your life, then be ready to risk your life on business here in Nigeria. Do you know this country is so blessed? There is so much money in this country.
Yeah.
If you start a trend in this country,
ooh,
that's what if you start a trend, that is all it takes. So honestly,
if you go to the south, it's just that the National Orientation Agency are not doing enough. I need to call them out. The NAPTIP are not doing enough when it comes to sensitization. We need to call them out.
Yes.
When you go to the south, you might say, "Oh, there's no business." No, there's no business in the south. It's not about oil and gas. If you go to the natural resources in Calabar, it's enormous. If you go to see Akwa Ibom, if you go to see the natural resources in Akwa Ibom, it is crazy. If you go to Enugu, the coal, gas, it's crazy. If you go to nuts, agriculture. You can mention it.
You can't mention it. Let's move on. Let's move on to Tom Polo.
Ooh,
your man.
Yeah.
So there's this video trending online where Tom Polo was, giving us some Tom Polo moves.
Yeah.
And the naira was just raining.
Yeah.
And then a native doctor, he actually posted it.
Yeah.
And the EFCC, they try and come for Tom Polo.
Yeah.
For me, that's so wrong. It's no. I don't think anyone is bigger than the law.
If I am Tom Polo,
except in this country,
if I am Tom Polo, which I wish I am, because of that guy. No, that's just joke though.
I mean, but
I will submit myself to the EFCC now.
Okay.
Because when you do that,
it shows that you're disconnecting yourself from that statement made by that native doctor. I mean, if Iyabo Ojo, after her daughter's wedding, was invited and they spoke about the fact that she cannot even spray dollars, I mean, why should Tom Polo is practically a government
we know
person now because he does a lot of things with the government, so I think that's daring the government.
Now,
that's like daring the government, like, let me see if you can do something. We shouldn't go that way. We shouldn't be so stubborn.
He knows what he stands to lose if he doesn't do the right thing.
Yes.
Number one, he's in charge of Tantita.
Yeah.
Tantita is in charge of almost all the pipelines securing in the South region. You know what you stand to gain. If that is being put out of the table, if you don't do the right thing, you know what's going to happen to you.
He works with the government, so he should be promoting the government. He should be painting the government in a good light. He should be a model citizen.
That's the right word. Model citizen. Look, let me tell you something. What happened in Ghana? Something happened in Ghana over the weekend. There's a guy called Samuel Gyamfi. Okay. He's the chairman of the Ghana Gold Board. He's So he went to visit a friend, and all of a sudden, while he was visiting a friend, and he was about leaving. When he was about leaving, then he went into his car and brought $10,000.
Wow.
Cash. Wow. And he was just and he gave the $10,000. Now he was not spraying.
Okay.
He was not spraying.
Okay, he
just counted it now and gave it to the man.
Okay.
Now Ghanaians came really hard for him that he should be sacked. That when you are at that level where you are a public figure, you should eschew opulence.
Yes.
Eschew opulence. You shouldn't be there. We know you have this money.
Yeah.
Oh, don't let us see it. Don't want you pay me.
My money, but I mean, I'm not even a Ghanaian, but
you understand? Eschew opulence when you are a public figure.
If you are a public figure, especially if you have something to do with the government, it's very, very important that you are a model citizen. That way, we don't call you out.
Yeah.
People don't get to call you out. Let's quickly move on. We're talking now about Lizzo singing the Igbo gospel song. On a lighter note now, I really love that.
Yeah.
I was reading some comments and people were like, this is not my Igbo, I beg she's not an Igbo girl. So you don't expect her to have that Igbo tonation and come and sing it. No!
Somebody is getting angry somewhere right now.
But honestly, that was awesome for me.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think she has dated an Igbo man. I'm not saying, because someone will call me. I'm just saying, but I think she has dated an Igbo man.
Yeah.
And that man practically plays that song every morning. Especially, like I had this neighbor. I had this neighbor that was always playing this. I don't know how to pronounce it very well, but the song goes like,
yeah, that was, yeah. I remember that song.
It was always so loud that even when we complained, it was not looking as if we were the devil's children. But at the point,
yeah,
I could sing that song word for word.
True.
On a very serious note, I could sing it word for word, even though it was not being played in my house, right? So for Lizzo to have, gone that with the lyrics and everything,
the flow.
I think she dated one Igbo guy. Lizzo, please come and tell us.
Come and do all the secrets.
Emeka or Obina, who was he that made her to learn the lyrics? For her to learn that lyrics, she has listened to that song over and over, and she can still remember the words. But that was a good one. What do you think?
It was amazing. Come on, we should promote things like this.
Yeah,
we should promote things like this.
Exactly.
If I go to an outside church, I can sing an outside. If I sing an outside song, I'll vibe to it. The one I can sing. If it's the chorus, I will sing. You understand? With the promoter, the bashing was too much. It was unnecessary. It was the bashing.
She's an Igbo girl, for God's sake, and she's just like. She's like, you're Igbo, you're in Nigeria,
yeah.
I can do some Nigeria.
The bashing was necessary.
And was like, I beg, this one will be my language. Please.
And if you call the Igbos out,
please, so please.
Thumbs up to you. Thumbs up. Thumbs up from us.
Very, very good work.
Yeah.
Said, we love you.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Dive into the Igbo side.
But don't try a fiber on you. Your tongue is gone. Try a fiber, your tongue. I'll show you.
Maybe she dates a tribal man. Maybe you can never.
Actually, she's a national lady. She's
we can talk about Two-Face Idibia's son, who wished his mom Happy Mother's Day, and Annie Idibia Happy Mother's Day. I think that's the sweetest thing,
Beautiful.
That I saw on all the Mother's Day post that I came across. That was the sweetest one. The fact that he also reached out to Annie Idibia, it goes to show what sort of stepmom she was. She must have been awesome to him, to her stepkids. If not, that boy would not have recognized her on that day. Most people just do their mothers. Even some women don't even do their mother-in-laws. So for him to have, done that, I mean, that was such a beautiful
core family value being practicalized right there. I think it's really cool. But I want to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
How many women they have you celebrated were just in May? I think this is the third one.
Does it matter?
It matters because Men Day.
Excuse me.
Let me say it now. Men Day is close. After Men Day, the next day is Toilet Day. They put Men Day close to. We're going through. I don't want to use the word that word on air, but we're going through hell. How would you put Men Day? The only one that we can celebrate is close to Toilet Day. Okay, no problem. There's a breakthrough.
It just goes to show, like
we're going through hell, bro.
That one just shows.
Brothers, I'm out here for you.
Just shows exactly how I'm supposed to be.
Go to the comment section and defend us, brothers. Go to the comment section and defend us right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Toilet Day.
Toilet Day.
Why would you put Men's Day close to Toilet Day? What did we?
We just need to do it. But honestly, mothers should be. I'm not saying fathers should not be celebrated.
Yeah.
But
no, mothers are special.
There was this post I saw on, still in the celebration of Mother's Day.
Yeah. And
they were just showing different type of medical equipment used in child delivery.
Nah, don't go. Oh no.
So you see why mothers should be celebrated. Women.
Nah. That period, I was with my wife when she gave birth, and she had to go through the cesarean section.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I couldn't explain the pain.
Mm-hmm.
you understand? Not even the child delivery itself.
Yes.
Carrying that for that whole period.
9 months.
Some men are carrying pot belly. I know the things they're going through. Like I know how
you even compare to pot belly.
I'm not,
how can you even compare?
I'm comparing to pot belly.
You went and bought
green bottles, like a whole like 1 crate of green bottles. I know the pain that men go through. That it's not even compared. You can't compare that. Now when you go to that 9 months phase, now International Women's Day. I'm gonna say it right here. Like if you're a man and your woman is pregnant, and the best thing you do is to love her, care for her, nurture her, so you can have the best babies. But if you're one of them that beats, lay your hands on a woman who is not even when they're pregnant.
Not even only when she's pregnant.
Because I see
lay your hand on a woman. She doesn't have to be your wife.
A lady in my church confided in me that the husband, when she was even 6 months in, doesn't wake up around 2-3 a.m. and say she wants to eat beans. He wants to eat beans. Like, you didn't fly in the night, then you wake up by 3 a.m. and say you want to eat. And if she doesn't do it, she knows what's coming.
Oh my God.
Now, not just her is going through, there are millions of Nigerian women that are going through this ordeal. There are millions of Nigerian men that are backing the family on their shoulder.
I agree.
And the men will still come back home and want to show that I am the man of the house. No way. You're not the man. Let's see if
kudos to all the strong women, even if you're not strong, even if you feel you're not strong, kudos to you. You're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't give up. It's there's something I always say: the today's woman is more of the today's man. The today's woman is carrying so much on her shoulders. She is a mom, she's a dad, she's a caregiver. She's a cook, she's a cleaner, she's a staff somewhere, she's everything. The today's woman is doing so much and yet not being recognized. A lot of women today, you men always ask that mumu question: what are you bringing to the table? That is the criteria for getting married now. What are you bringing to the table? So if you now put boobs on the table, my dear, they're not going to marry.
That's why BBL is training, because we're coming with all of that.
BBL, asking, what are you bringing to the table? Men now, those days when we were growing up, my mom would say, better learn to wash that plate well, so that when you go to your husband's house, it was like that. You want to raise your child right in character. You want her to be a homemaker because you want her to be a good wife, to a husband someday. But today's woman, it's not even about that anymore. The man wants to know your income. What's your net worth? That's what they ask now. What's your net worth?
Oh, they do?
Yes, they do.
My wife, I'm coming on. I'm asking you. Because I haven't seen that. When I come here, you show me.
Those days, women, we do the selection. We feel that if he's not working, I don't want him. If he's not earning good money, if he's not into some good business, that's what men do.
But I want to chip in now. Would you show your net worth to your husband?
No.
Okay, for a good reason, for a good cause. But
he should show me his own. Yes, that's where I was raised.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something now. Men are now aware that, like, I know that you will need to show you mine. What I do before I get home, I will branch cyber cafe. I will edit the editable. If I'm having 5 naira, I'll tell you 3 naira.
Now wants a successful woman as a wife. No man wants to go to the village and pick that girl anymore.
There are village guys saying, my village, marry village, village council, village, town council, town. Let's just be that smooth, because
you see what I'm saying. The woman is now half a man.
How many women will go to the village and pick a guy? Let's be sincere.
We pick.
You will just pick up. Where? One example.
We do that. I'll leave it at that. But I'm cut off some slack.
We will. We will.
Because today, men want women to be men.
Sure.
At the same time, you still want them to be a woman.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm going to work 6 a.m. just like you are, I'm coming home 5 p.m. just like you are, the stress you've gone through at work, maybe I'm even going through more. I come home and you still want me to be that loving, caring, doughy wife. It doesn't work that way. True. I'll come home just the way you're frustrated from work is the way I've been.
I want to say that. Yeah.
And I come home, your son will be crying and say, "Baby, come and carry him." Now you know they carry him. Not with the work where I go to.
Yeah, that's true. But
so stop asking us what are you bringing to the table. Anyway, my man wasn't. Right? Can't ask what I'm bringing.
Now I'm
bringing me myself and I 3 people in one.
No financial reports. That was exclusive.
So quickly, let's talk about the TGMA. I don't know if you've heard that.
TGMA.
Telecel Music Award is a Ghanaian award.
Yeah. So that.
Apparently, it happened. The occasion happened same day.
The NVCA.
The NVCA.
Yeah.
And I've not really gotten the full gist, but this is what I know so far. That a Ghanaian celebrity attended ours, right? Yeah. And it's stirred up some bad blood, in the Ghanaian industry. They were like angry. Why did you go attending Nigeria's own when you had your own going?
Yeah.
But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the dressing.
Ooh.
That TGMA.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was so.
I saw one lady
carried a sewing machine. Did you see that one?
Ghanaians.
They need to learn from Nigeria.
Coffee. You can't reach us. You can't beat us, brother. Charlie, we're way ahead of you guys.
I didn't watch the MVCA, all through.
Yeah.
I was just going on X and just check some dressing and all of that.
I saw a Ghanaian who wore almost the same outfit as Desmond Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's special. He's from Ghana was special. Now, why was he special? All the actors that died like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
You saw that.
I saw that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and Nigerians now had another opportunity to drag Desmond Elliott on. Desmond Elliott deactivated his account. I think he was offline because how can a Ghanaian
not make that guy cry?
He has been in the news for the wrong reasons. A couple of days ago.
That guy cries a lot.
No, you shouldn't cry this time.
They shouldn't make him cry.
He's crying inside G-Wagon. He should cry. What? I mean, there's much don't believe. He came out to say he was nearly killed during the NSAT. That was like a couple of days for the NVC.
Yes.
Nigerians were calm.
We're coming for you.
He said, brother, Charlie, don't worry, we are coming for you. Then on that day of the NVC, we saw he was wearing a skirt, he was that big stuff, he was looking really, Ghanaian came
with all of our past.
I saw Amici Monaco, I saw Sam Loco, I saw the woman that was doing with the Johnsons. I saw her there at the Ame. She was there also.
It was such a beautiful moment for me. It moved me to tears. I saw that and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I wanted to see Onyeka, who is forever my favorite. I just love that woman. Although she's an actress.
Yes, she is.
So I was trying to look around if I could put my head into the TV and just look around, like turn around. I hope you put Onyeka, on that gown, the skirt of yours. But
what I had a problem with his dressing again was
this one again.
Yeah, no, not this one. That Ghanaian guy. Now at the back, he was sitting on them. Why did I put him in front? Look, like how do we sitting on those guys that are gone? You put them in front so we can see.
It's a dress.
Remember what happened when
the red carpet?
Yeah.
He got to turn around.
Yeah, and
we all got to see, what it was all about. I mean,
placement is cool.
You saw the Met Gala. Some people could not even sit down.
Even at the AMBCA, there's a guy called Pretty Mike.
Yeah, Pretty Mike. Pretty Mike do this.
Pretty Mike couldn't win for. I asked him, how you want to take this now? Now he was sweating. He was because he couldn't. If he pees there, he's gonna go global. so he just locked up. Now let me tell you what placements of pictures is cool.
Yeah.
During the Yabo Joe's wedding, the doctor's wedding.
The doctor's wedding.
There was an influencer with big boobs.
Yeah, I should put the groom here.
Now why'd you put the groom there? Why
He loved that.
Yeah, like, I was expecting
groom in a very comfortable place.
Put the bride also in a very comfortable place. Now she went to put the bride in the lap. In the lap.
You know, women now, we have this thing. So she's like, this is
yeah,
where you belong.
That is a plan.
Why did you put
What's your plan? You understand what I'm saying? So placement is key.
But someone else's dressing that I completely loved is Diamond, what did you call it? Mercy Ike.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Mercy. Mwah. She was looking divine.
Wow.
She was looking divine. Every other person was looking beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I think that's just my personal favorite. Mercy Ike. Even though I'm not even, following her, if I see you were like, wow, you completely blew me away. So let's take some of our comments and see what's trending over there. I don't know. Let's see. So we have, can I see? Yeah. So from the Queen, she said, I support this. What does she support? There should be sensitization on this whole BBL stuff. True. She said, those who have gone through it needs to speak the truth about the pain and the whole process. This was exactly what I was saying. I said, you see, watch it. They won't tell you. Those that come out to complain, people even shame them, kind of want to shut them up. But I know for a fact, not that I've done it, but I have, I have interacted with someone that did it.
Okay.
And she actually said she wished she had never.
Well, everyone could have go out of business. That's why the campaign against
they go out of business and people don't go through that
like I said,
excruciating pain.
Like I said, Nigeria is a hub right now in West Africa for BBL. So if you come up with that campaign, you're going to get attacked really hard. But the government's policies are key in achieving some of these things that we have put out here.
Okay, so Dan Yang Peter Saji said VDM's methods are unruly, but the other side of the story is it gets the job done. Sometimes Nigerians want to be handled with iron hand.
We don't do iron hand again. We are going through a lot. I even me personally here, I'm going through a lot. Iron hand. When we have salt hand, please. Oh, come on, please.
Okay, Nigerians this we are handled with iron hands. Okay, the Queen is still here. She said, but I believe NAPTIP needs to come out now, go to the rural areas where they don't have access to social amenities to sensitize parents never to give out their children to anyone. Yes, that's true. I remember on PSN here on one of our podcasts called Unfiltered, we had Ada Obi as a guest on Unfiltered with Ella, and she was a young nanny that was picked up from her parents at the age of 5. Whoa. Imagine a 5-year-old nanny.
Wow.
And now the events of her being a nanny at 5 led to her being blind today. So I do agree with the Queen.
Yeah.
A lot of sensitization needs to be done. In the rural areas, don't give out your children. These people come with a lot of promises of better life for your kids, better life for you. Please, NAPTIP, get up, do something, sensitize Nigerians, keep our children safe. Okay, let's move on. So Saja says EFCC will dare not go close to Tompolo. Why? Do you think so?
They should go and cross the river now.
So some people are allowed to do as they want.
Not do as you want to. Still, he will give you his location, GPS. Come and locate me. Now, when you cross like 3 River, remember when that same event that he was spending that money? I think Davido performed in that event.
So
Davido looked exhausted when he got there because he passed land, got to the river, crossed another river. When you cross that 2 River, that way.
So Yabo Johnson crossed how many rivers to come to Nigeria and marry wife, and they sprayed and they called the Yabo.
Nigerian African men go at any means for a pay. It's not motivation. African men will climb mountain, will climb river, will go under water, just one big. Don't try us. We are the most romantic people on earth.
I beg, let me hear what.
98%
Finally, from Ayodele Akinshola, He says wives should complement their husband's home management, and there should be openness in terms of finances. You see, so let me just your money is our money.
Okay.
My money is not your money. Just leave it like that. Your money is our money. The husband's money is our money. My money, wife's money is not for you.
See,
I won't say it's my money, you know, because let me tell you the truth. You see that money that woman is making, she still spends it on that home. Those little things that excuse me, we should come to you and say, I want to buy pants for Junior.
No.
We should come to you and say, I want to buy a Maggie. She won't. I want to buy Bob Light in the house. That money still goes back into that home. It's just that, man, come out your eye from the woman.
You see, it is because if you look at the rate of people that didn't be there, it's my women. But they say even your Oga money, they say Oga will not even know where Madam got money to go and do BBM. Let us know how much you're earning.
Saving.
Oh, you're saving.
Do you want to know how much you're
It's good for planning. It's good
with the woman's money planning.
Because the two become one. Two accounts must become one also. So we have to plan the economy that we are in right now. We have to plan. But if she says no, it shouldn't be a problem. Money shouldn't be a problem. If you're going into marriage as a man, you should be comfortable enough to take care of 2, 3 more or 4 people.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Hey, babe, what are you going to bring? Okay, I might take care of the food. Okay, I'm going to take care of the treats, the bills for the hotel and all of that. So we need to know so we can balance it.
I just feel that it all boils down to understanding your partner.
True.
You know, having a good relationship takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort on both sides, a lot of sacrifice. So yes, we celebrate our men. Of course, our Nigerian men are awesome.
But take our date is supposed to toilet day. I keep saying it. I don't know why they keep Nigerian Men's Day supposed to toilet day. It's terrible. Help us.
Our men are awesome. Our women are, amazing as well. That's all we can take on what's trending on PSN this morning. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow. Send in your comments. Tell us what's trending in your area so that, we can take it up here and also discuss it. I'm Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
I'm someone like that.
Bye for now.